Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a no communications reading for those dealing with Capricorns. This is for those who are dealing with a Capricorn. You are not talking, speaking, communicating at all. No texts, no popping by the house, no sending a letter through the mail, no spying, no catfishing, no nothing, okay? If you are looking for messages from Capricorn, what they would say to you if given the opportunity to speak to you or given that they suddenly were brave enough to step forward and say something to you, then this is the reading for you, okay? What you will see here, guys, I'm going to do 3 cards. Down here on the left, that'll be Capricorn's message to you. We're also going to give a little bit of something for you to take with you or something that might reflect your situation. So there will be messages on the top right from you to Capricorn in case on your side of things you were willing to speak to them, all right? It's new content here on my channel, so if you like it, the like button is down there. If you want to leave a comment letting me know how it resonates, you can do that too. Sharing and subscribing are also welcome. Let me see. Oh yeah, and so we'll clarify if we need clarification. There probably will be an oracle card at the end, so you got that to look forward to. And everything you need is in the description box. There's a timestamp down there if you want to jump ahead. You can also order a reading down there, or at least see the steps of how to order a reading down there. And anything else? Not really. Let me tell you something, viewer, who's dealing with a Capricorn. This energy is very different. I feel really authoritative. I feel really like a boss sitting here talking to myself in this room. The energy in this reading is very much, it's very strong. It's very fierce. I could be wrong, but that's just what it feels like, all right? So let's get into it. I want to see 3 cards from Capricorn to the viewer. What would they like to say to the viewer if the lines of communication were opened up or they felt compelled to come forward and speak to the viewer? What are the 3, give me 3 cards that would represent what Capricorn would like to say, all right? 3 cards, please. Yes. Ooh, a twofer? Like that? Or the, no? Yes, thank you. You're like, that way. Okay, you got it. So 2 and 1. Efficiency. You're definitely dealing with a Capricorn. Final card from Capricorn to the viewer. What would they like to say to the viewer if given the chance, or if they suddenly decide to speak their mind? There it goes, falling into my bag. But it came like that, and that's how it's going to be on the table. 3 cards from the viewer to Capricorn. What would they like to say to Capricorn given the chance, or if they suddenly felt compelled to speak? 3 cards from the viewer to Capricorn, please. It's already changed. The energy, it's already changed. A little bit more of a stumbly feeling. A little, see? Not so wanting to talk. Not feeling up to the challenge. Not feeling up to the task. Nope. 2 more, please, from the viewer to Capricorn. No, thank you. There. Ha! Let me tell you. And my ha there, my laughing, is more about as the reader, what I feel energetically is going to come, and then it comes. I didn't feel that card, but anyway, let's get into it. Let's flip everything. Yeah. And the last one. Okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. That's in frame. Yes, it is. Very good. So, dear viewer, if Capricorn were to speak to you, they collectively would tell you Queen of Wands, 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Ooh, turning things all over the place. Page of Pentacles. So collectively, it feels like their line to you would be, "I've seen the light, and I know what I need to do now, and I'm focused on that." Okay? There's like a realization coming from Capricorn's energy, collectively with these 3 together. All right? Now, to start off, the first thing that they would tell you is Queen of Wands, fire sign energy. You might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's a collective general reading. So please don't hold on to the signs if it doesn't apply, okay? If it doesn't apply, let it go. If it does apply, stick it where you need it to be. Now, I think Capricorn would tell you they feel determined and they feel empowered. They feel very bold. You know, all the qualities of the Queen of Wands. Capable, bold, in charge. Yeah? I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's not to be raunchy for the sake of raunchiness. But this is a queen. And if you're familiar with tarot, you know, the court cards go page, knight, queen, king. This Queen of Wands, like the message literally coming from this Queen of Wands, which may sort of be something Capricorn would want to say to you, is her dick is bigger than any of the kings. You know what I mean? Like, again, I would say that in my personal life. I have such a foul mouth, okay? But I try to clean it up here on the channel a little bit. And so this just feels like a woman, not that the Capricorn you're dealing with is a woman or you're a woman. There's no gender. It's so general. But this woman, this Queen of Wands is one of those, she is not going to play demure. She's not going to play by some gender role and say that it says that women have to remain quiet. Like, this is the woman that goes up to the bar, goes shot for shot with any guy in there. She goes over to the pool table. She, you know, sinks a hole in one like it's golf. I'm sorry. But she hits the 8-ball into the side pocket or corner pocket. She is just this energy that can flex with the guys, but still maintain some kind of feminine intuition and feminine sense of nurturing. This is a Jack-S of all trades, right? This is somebody who blurs the lines, yeah? And so I think this Capricorn that you're dealing with, they either already are like that, or while you guys are not speaking, this is who they're becoming, or, okay, they shot that right into my head, or this is someone around them that does this, and they are all about it. Okay, so it's, again, a general collective, meaning you could be a friend of Capricorn. You could be a spouse of Capricorns. You could be a best friend of Capricorn. You could be the child or the parent of a Capricorn, or whatever it is. Business partners. I don't know your relationship. So for some of you, this is someone in the Capricorn's vicinity that is dominating Capricorn's attention. Or not dominating, but monopolizing, taking up all of Capricorn's, and like consuming Capricorn, really. If it is an outside person, and this is like the first reading where I have felt strongly, if this is like a third entity or a third energy, that this factors strongly into the message that they would want to say to you. This person is important to me. This person is amazing to me. This person inspires me, is motivating me, is supporting me, is doing whatever, and I'm all about it. And that's a strange thing for a Capricorn to say, because Capricorns normally are the person taking care of others, right? But that's really only for if it's an outside person. Everything I've said about this energy, this card, the attributes, if it's not someone else, this is what Capricorn is inspiring themselves to be, or aspiring to become. And in general, this Queen of Wands, more than maybe her and the Queen of Swords, they will not hold court, you know, like royalty would do. They will not hold court. They will not give their attention, their energy, any part of themselves to anyone if they don't choose to. So if whoever, it doesn't matter, but this not speaking suits Capricorn just fine. They are absolutely okay with it. They're like, oh, we're not talking? Perfect. You're not talking to me? Excellent. I've quit communication on you. You best believe I meant that shit. Okay? There's a resolve in that Queen of Wands. Second message that they'd have for you is the Eight of Swords. This is like, it's a combination of what they feel now and what they have recently felt, or what they're getting over. So in combination with the Queen of Wands, this Eight of Pentacles, excuse me, this Eight of Swords would want to tell, get your words. This Queen of Wands in combination with the Eight of Swords would aim to tell you, the reason I have to do this is because being around you, dealing with whatever existed between us, dealing with whatever, it made me feel powerless. It made me feel weak. It made me feel trapped and confined, okay? Restricted, held back, silent. Ooh, silent. This person, their mouth isn't bound, but that silence, absolutely. Because Queen of Wands is excessively expressive, overly expressive. Maybe talks too much, or maybe talks out of turn. Like I said, not some little demure woman sitting in a corner. Wait, is it my turn to speak? No. Asks no permission, gives no apologies. I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it. Queen of Wands energy, right? So in combination, this Capricorn is giving themselves a glow up, or someone is around them and they're like really uplifting Capricorn, like giving them a new lust for life. Now, that message for those where this is somebody else in Capricorn's life, they're basically telling you, I got a new man, I got a new woman, and they're better than you. They don't make me feel like a piece of shit. They don't make me feel like I can't do anything, like I can't say anything, like I can't go anywhere. And I'm getting angry. So this Capricorn, maybe in combination with the new partner, is fired up. They're very angry. Okay? I don't know why. I don't know the details of your relationship. But from Capricorn's point of view, whatever was going on previous to this point was unsatisfactory, was debilitating, kept them bound and chained and stuck in an environment, in energy, in situations, like literal conversations and interactions that they didn't want to be stuck in. Like, I don't want to make this like this Capricorn is a female, but they keep showing me like these traditional in the sense of like movies that I've seen throughout my lives, or like TV shows, or like stories I've read where a woman is married to a man who is either abusive, or he's aloof and detached, and he cheats on her, he might abuse her, he might be emotionally abusive, physically abusive, he expects her to do all the cooking, and like that's what I mean when I say traditional, because obviously anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but that's what they're showing me. That does not have to mean the person who's watching is a male. It probably won't be. Most people who watch tarot are female. You could be a man. This could be between two men. It doesn't matter. So please don't get caught up on the gender. But what I'm seeing is like this person who, through the confines of a relationship, whether it be marriage, long-term, commitment, a betrothed marriage, like an arranged marriage, okay? Something like that, where I'm in a situation I don't want to be in. It doesn't make me happy. I feel like less than a human. Woo! Not cool. Not at all. Okay? So Capricorn is going through a lot. Like, it's like this very fiery, ooh, yes, there it is. It's this very fiery transformation. And now I'm seeing like simultaneous like shedding of skin, molting that like some animals do, like snakes, how they come out of their snake skin. And then I'm also seeing the phoenix, the lure of phoenix, right? A bird that burns to ashes and emerges from those ashes. That's what the Capricorn would tell you if you guys were to speak, okay? Final part of their message is this Page of Pentacles. Ah, boy. Well. And I don't know why I'm sighing about it, because Capricorn is still Capricorn. That's what they told me. Because Capricorn is still Capricorn, even though there's a lot of fiery energy here. You have both dynamic elements here. You have wands and swords. Those are the masculine elements. Those are the ones that have a lot of oomph behind them, a lot of thrust behind them, okay? Pentacles are feminine, and Capricorn is an earth sign. So Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's a slower energy. It's more methodical. It's more measured. It's more practical. Okay, it doesn't get all riled up and bouncing off the walls and fiery and boisterous, right? So at the end of the day, Capricorn might be doing a lot of this, or might have a lot of glow up on social media if you guys are literally not in contact, but maybe, you know, you can kind of sneak a peek at their social media pages. You see them, they're here, they're there, they're everywhere. They're living their best life. It looks like that. Whether that's fake or not, I don't think it's fake, by the way. I think it's genuine. I think they literally are happy wherever they are and whatever they're doing it and whoever they're doing it with, okay? Like okay, I must express it before I really get into the Page of Pentacles. Some of them, if this is like an ex-partner, ex-spouse of yours, ex-girlfriend, boyfriend of yours, whatever, they really want you to know, whoever they're with now, if they are with someone, they're better. From Capricorn's perspective, they're better than you. They want to like rub your nose in that so hard. They want you to know they're better in bed. They treat me better. They're a better conversationalist. They're more decent. They have better table manners. They are just like leagues above you. This is what Capricorn would want you to know. Okay? Letting that go. Page of Pentacles. At the end of the day, Capricorn still has to go about things in their way. So they're plotting their next move. You know, this page is idolizing, sure, but really it's not really about idolizing. I'll take it back. They're just really focused and fixated on that pentacle in their hand, right? And they're analyzing it, and they're really considering what they can do with it. So some of them, maybe they've come into a little bit of money, maybe they've got a new job, maybe they've relocated, or you know, they're about to relocate, something like that. But there's a new opportunity that rests firmly in Capricorn's hands, and they're really trying to be smart about how to invest it or invest in it, how to approach it, how to value it, how to utilize it for the most benefit, right? At the end of the day, Capricorn has to look out for themselves. This is even if they're in partnership, this is still a very solo energy. And this page, out of all 4 pages, is the wisest. Why? Because he studies. Meaning, if for those that it applies to, and it can apply to friends and family too, if you had a historically tumultuous relationship with Capricorn, where they felt that 8 of Swords, right? And they walked away with that memory. They are learning. They will take lessons from that relationship with you into this Page of Pentacles. Oh, so the last time I was married, this is all the stuff that happened that really made me feel like crap. So they take this new opportunity in this new relationship, maybe with the Queen of Wands, and say, okay, here's what I learned back there. I'm going to apply those lessons to the future potential. Okay? So this page, although they're starting out new, they're the freshest on the scene, they're the least experienced in terms of this new endeavor, this new trajectory, right? But the page is the smartest, because he's not like the Page of Swords running into situations, running out of situations. You know, he's not the Page of Wands running in with inspiration and feeling very inspired, but then as soon as things get tough, oh man, that sucks, and like kind of, you know, chucking it up to a loss. Not the Page of Cups coming in very amorous and foolish and foolhardy. The Page of Pentacles is logical. They are very sensible with whatever they're moving towards. So that's what they would tell you altogether. Hell, man. What would you tell Capricorn if you were to speak to them? First thing you tell them is 9 of Wands. Baby, I'm sorry in some of your cases. Let me put that out there real quick. Some of you are wanting to acknowledge that you knew things got a little rough between the two of you, whether that is actually physical, because you see this guy's got a bandage on his head, and he looks a little battle weary. He is known as the Wounded Warrior in the tarot. So some of you may have shared I'm not condoning anything. I'm not on anybody's side. I don't know who did what, but some of you know your relationship with this Capricorn was abusive, whether them to you, you to them, or, you know, you both were going at it like Ike and Tina in the back of the limo. I don't know. I don't know. But some of you want to acknowledge that it was not you. You know you can't change what has happened in any regard, whether this was an abusive relationship or not. You can't change how things have transpired between you. But what you would tell Capricorn is, ironically, I will never forget it. Why would you tell them that? I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to ask these types of questions. But it feels like I'll never forget what we had, or I'll never forget our connection, or I've maybe in a weird way, the bruises or the whether it's physical bruising or emotional bruising or whatever type of wounding you're walking away from, I think you're trying to tell Capricorn you have learned a lesson, maybe about yourself, how you might show up in relationships, how you might show up in connection with people, and how it often leads to you feeling bruised and battered yourself, ironically or strangely, even if nobody ever laid it. Listen, some of you have initiated abuse towards this person, and then you kind of say, but I got hurt too. Did you? Again, I don't know the specifics, and maybe I'm channeling the response for some of the Capricorns. You feel abused? You feel you were hurt? Check out my x-rays, son, from when you put me in the hospital and you cracked 2 of my ribs. How about that? Were you hurt then? Like, okay, you see what I mean? So let's flesh that out, because I'm not here to be, going back and forth. I'm not here to channel all of this for you guys. So So yeah, I think in general you would say, I recognize what it was between us. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And despite how it may seem to Capricorn or anybody else, you, viewer, would say, I own my part of it. I want to own my part of it. I want to go on record recognizing my errors. Okay, we got there. Because I'm like, look how, I'm not trying to, by the way, if you're a Capricorn watching this, I'm not trying to defend the person who might have abused you, but look at the weariness on this guy's face. It's that weird thing of the abuser or the person that perpetrated something feels guilty, feels shame, feels wrong, and they know they're wrong. Are they genuine? It feels pretty genuine from you going towards Capricorn. I really know I was not who I should have been to you. I realize that now. Is that gonna hold any water? I don't know. But I feel it's sincere. And I want to move on from it, because I'm not here to judge and I'm not here to really get involved, okay? Ironically, as I'm the person who conducted and thought up this whole fucking reading, but here I am, okay? Anyway, second thing that you would tell Capricorn is the Chariot in reverse, major arcana for Cancer. You might be a Cancer. It doesn't really matter, though, because it's a general collective, right? In the reverse. So, gosh, some of you have not moved on from this, and the Nine of Wands definitely would indicate that, because the Nine of Wands in the traditional archetype, the traditional interpretations of the Nine of Wands, it's somebody who stays in the fight possibly longer than they need to. They stay defending their position. They just follow through with the game plan, and it's like sometimes they don't know when to walk away. All right, that is definitely here for some of you. You have not let this go. You have not let them go, or you regret letting them go. And I don't know what you could have done if you guys had such a volatile relationship. Who wants that? Who? They quickly answered me. Who wants that? People that are accustomed to that. That's who wants that. You or them or the both of you together at some points in your lives were conditioned into thinking that this type of bullshit is normal, and it's not. And one of you, probably the Capricorn, since I've asked for them down here and that was all them, they realize, oh, that's bullshit. I don't need that in my life. And they've walked off and they've cut off communication, or they accept that you guys have restraining orders on the pair of you laid down by the county. Fine. Perfect. That's exactly what they need. Capricorn is like, yes, that's right. You're just like, no, wait, don't go. Why? Again, because you've been conditioned to think that shit is normal, and it's not. So listen, person. Be careful. Please be careful with yourself and your life and your heart and your intentions, because this feels, I hate to keep using this word, this feels toxic. If it's not you holding on and not wanting to move on or having difficulty moving on, what else could it be? Because I don't want to go down that road as the outside person here. No, I don't want to travel down that history. No, thank you. It could be that you feel, even if you can't get back together with them or make amends with them, or, you know, get back to something where you can be amicable, or excuse me, you can't get back to what you have, you would want to be amicable with them. If we can't be together in terms of marriage or dating, or this could have been toxicity amongst friends and or family members. It really doesn't have to be romantic. But if we can't get back to how we were before, best friends, wife and husband, whatever it is, I would hope that we could be friendly, or that we could be acquaintanced, or civil towards one another. Yeah, like that's what you would tell them. I want to be civil with you, but I have no way of knowing how to get there. So if you were to speak to Capricorn, it would sound like you'd have some either super desperate message of, I wish we could go back to how we were, and I'm sorry that I was a dick, but you know, it's just, it's not the best opening. Okay. This is not compelling to the Capricorn. I'm going to tell you that right now. If it's not that, Lord, I don't know, my friends. Why are you doing this? I don't think I did that. Oh, man. I'm remembering something from the previous message, or the previous video. I'm sorry. It also could be, if this is like about like huge breakups, huge bust-ups, or like a separation of physical space, because the Chariot can talk about physical movement or things, you know, moving from one destination to another or one area to another. It could be this Chariot is in reverse, like you want to move on, but like, and this happens in breakups. It's like, I want to be done needing to talk to you, but you still have like half of my clothes in the closet. Like, I would love to have my other like 5 pairs of jeans if you would let me back in the house to gather my stuff. So it's like, it's kind of like that, where I need my things, or I need something to be sewn up, closed up, or finally given to me so that I can go away, so that we really can go our separate ways. But, you know, and it could be, oh, duh, you know, it's not here in terms of other types of cards, but maybe like you need like things to legally be done. If you were married, let's go ahead and finalize that divorce. If you were on a lease, let me go down, like maybe both of you have to like go to the leasing office or go to the property management office and like sign someone off of the property, something like that. And you just haven't been able to get together on a schedule to get it finally completely separated, something like that. Oh boy, you're going to have probably the longest Or maybe not, I don't know. The final part of what you would tell them, viewer, is the Strength card, Major Arcana for Leo. So there might be a Leo significance in the story, but it does not have to be. So you too are looking to get stronger, to kind of get something going on your end of things. I think also you're trying to maintain some type of decorum. I think that where you may have once been very ferocious, very fiery, and very like we've been talking about the whole time, you may have had a tendency towards violence or volatile actions and behaviors and language. I think you're muzzling yourself, or you would want the opportunity to prove that you can be a calmer, nicer, less abrasive person. Because when we have the Strength card, we are dealing with those sort of lesser qualities of ourselves, those not as attractive qualities of ourselves, to be boisterous, to be rambunctious, or to be like demonstrative and controlling and all that kind of stuff. Like, you see what I mean? So you're trying to show them that you've changed, or that you have intentions of changing. And again, I mean, tonally, I hope you've been picking up on what I've been saying in these three cards. You to them is very announcement, proclaiming, projection of, this is what I feel, this is who I am, this, you're pushing it out towards them. And there's something about, you shouldn't be concerned about them, but you are. There's like a fixation on, hey Capricorn, look at me now. Or hey Capricorn, this is what I've learned. Or this is what I think now. Or this is how I feel now. Or this is what I recognize about myself now. So now that I've recognized that I'm not the nicest, don't you think that we could be friends? What? Like, you want a cookie, my friend? You want a medal for that? See, I'm like gonna get back into their shit. So let's go ahead and be done with this. There is no clarification needed. None of this was confusing to me. So let's go ahead and get an oracle for what's going on here. I want to see an oracle card for this reading, please. Which deck? An oracle for this reading. Which deck, please? Please show me. Okay, that was pretty good. Yes. All right, we're going to do... Oh, please don't fall on the ground. Thank you. We're going to do The Divine Circus by Alana Fairchild. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. What a reading. Oof. This was nasty. Nasty. Some have been more pleasant than others. This was... Ugh. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not here to give you my review of my own work. Let's see an oracle card for this reading, please. An oracle card on this current reading. Advice, takeaways, thoughts, food for thought for the viewer and or Capricorn. Oracle message, please. Yeah, good. They're like, yeah! Go ahead and shuffle, yeah! One card, please. Bang, we get it. I don't know what's that about. We get it. Card 38. Gypsy Columbine? Would you say it like that? Gypsy Columbine? I assume so. 38. Add that up, it becomes an 11. If you're into numerology and stuff. Alright. We got there. Gypsy Columbine. Politeness and people-pleasing, not out of respect, but out of fear you will otherwise be rejected, is a form of social conditioning that dulls the wild one within. If you reject that conditioning in favor of rewilding... Rewilding? What? That's a hyphenated word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. In favor of rewilding, of getting in touch with your true instincts and nature, you will exchange lukewarm tolerance from others for their passionate admiration and love. And for those that cannot love you, that are afraid of how much life is in you, then let them be. They do not belong in your world, nor you in theirs. The jungle of life is vibrant, colorful, and an exciting place, but not everyone is ready to live there as yet. That is just the way of things sometimes. The mysterious Gypsy Columbine comes to you with the message: it's now time to let yourself off the hook, to forgive and forget, to allow what's been to have been, and start again. No regrets, no fear, no doubt. It's time to heed the call of the wild and ask yourself, what would set my spirit free? If you cannot answer that bold question quite yet, then it's time to get in touch with the freedom-seeking wild one within. Dance, play, sing, drum, wear a feather in your hair and go barefoot. Let your instincts, rather than your intellect, guide you. Swap the certainty of the ego for the mystery of the soul. A new song wants you to dance to it. There is no choreographed routine to learn, yet your body will create the steps as you go. Will you free your gypsy soul and dance to the music you've never heard before? So, I think that applies to both of you. All right, viewers. So, to Capricorn, that kind of fits into what they were saying here. They're kind of off on this new trajectory, wanting to forget the past, not really wanting to think about that. And they're focused on this new endeavor of theirs, this, in terms of what the card was saying, free spirit, right? Not living with the ego, not being bound to certain things, right? For you, that speaks to your first two cards, where you're really clinging to the past and you're really conditioned into something, conditioned into thinking that something was normalized, when really, as much as it might be, things are normal often because of how often it happens. It doesn't mean that they're healthy. It doesn't mean that they're constructive. It doesn't mean that they're supportive and loving. You see what I mean? So just because something is normalized and it's something that you grew up kind of observing, or what you grew up experiencing, it doesn't mean that that is the correct thing, or it's, again, helpful, loving, supportive. Okay, so that is the reading, guys. I think I will do this again at some point. I don't know when. The schedule is currently very tight with the monthlies and the mids and all the birthday messages and stuff. So when I do this again, I hope I will see you then. You can ensure that if you are subscribed to the channel, making sure to hit the notification bell so you see when I upload to the channel. Make sure you also like and share and comment down below. Do all that fun stuff if you really found something that resonated here. I appreciate you all for stopping by and watching this video. Take care.